Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. Let's talk a little bit today about various brokerages. So, as you know, I typically trade in TradeStation. I also trade on an Infinity account. I also have a Toss account, which I don't really ever use. I'm not a big fan of Toss. And I'm in the process now of opening up a NinjaTrader account. I'm going to tell you why, and we're going to look at some of the details in terms of the differences with these two. So, everything that I do most of the time is a day trade, also known as an intraday trade. So sometimes for certain futures contracts, there are different rates if you're just going to trade it during the day versus the regular, what would be called initial margin, which is how much you need to be able to enter into that trade, either to the long side or the short side. So let's go through a few examples. In TradeStation for the Russell Index, the intraday, or again, day trading, is 1,787 and 50 cents. So almost $2,000 you need to enter into that trade. Versus NinjaTrader, it's only $500. So significantly less to enter into that trade. The micro Russell, which I'm also a big fan of, in TradeStation, it's $178.75. It's only 50 bucks in NinjaTrader. So that's like a cute little baby contract. You could get a whole bunch of those, trade multiples and practice on that if you are into that. The NASDAQ is 4,675 in TradeStation, so almost 5K. And in NinjaTrader, it's only $1,000. So again, really significant difference there. The micro NAS is 467.50 in TradeStation and 100 bucks in in NinjaTrader. Again, kind of a cute little contract. And here was the closer for me. I was on the phone with the gentleman from Infinity and I said, hey, do you offer coffee futures? I didn't see it on their margin requirements sheet. So I called him up. And even though Infinity and NinjaTrader are now under one company, so essentially they are the same company, they're still different platforms. And for whatever reason, they're different. So some things are available on some, and NinjaTrader has a lot more availability. So he said, well, we don't offer that on Infinity, but at NinjaTrader, we do. I said, perfect. What is the margin requirement? Okay, so check out the difference here. For TradeStation, it's 9,900. And that is the full initial margin. There is no lesser day trading or intraday rate. So you need basically $10,000 to even enter into a coffee trade. Over at NinjaTrader, he said, oh yeah, the intraday is 2,000 bucks. I'm like, sign me up. That's awesome, because that is so much less than needing 10K, 2,000 bucks. Now here's the deal, and this is super important. What you need to know about intraday or day trading is that you have a very limited time frame that you can get in and out of those trades. So you can't get in during the evening session. That's something to be aware of. You do have to wait until the morning, and that opens up. You can call your brokerage to determine what time it is for them. But typically in just the pre-market to the regular stock market, that's when you could begin trading those. And then again, you'll want to make sure what time you need to be out. So in my time zone, which is Mountain Time Zone, the futures close at 3 o'clock. NinjaTrader requires that you be out of your day trade by 15 minutes prior to the close. So for me, that would be 2:45. Now, if you don't do that, you could get fees assessed on your account. They could close your account. You could get a margin call. I mean, none of those are good things, right? So you want to make sure you know exactly when you need to be out of your trade. If you want to hold on to your trade, you certainly can do that, but you would need the entire initial margin. So for instance, let's look again at coffee. $2,000 to enter the trade on the day trading rate, but then the initial is 9,000 even for NinjaTrader. So if I didn't have that much in my account and I wasn't out by 2:45 Mountain Time Zone, I would be in big trouble. So just a little heads up on that. Now, if you want to figure out what the margin requirements are for your brokerage or for whatever other brokerage you might be looking at, there's a very easy way. You can just Google it, just put in the name of the brokerage and then say futures margin. And sometimes they have PDFs like spreadsheets. This is the one from NinjaTrader. I have my own that I made from TradeStation. I think floating around, there's one for Infinity somewhere. So you can find all this stuff online and just make sure that you are getting your needs met. I really wanted to be able to trade coffee again, and my account is right now less than 10K. So I was looking for a way to do that. I really like that contract. I like how it moves. I like the leverage on it because for every $1 point or $1 move in coffee, it's $375, which I love. So I am looking forward to getting my NinjaTrader set up. Once I get into it and figure out how everything works, I'll be able to show you some charts and also be able to give you some pros and cons in terms of charting and trading and all of that stuff, which I've done in the past with TradeStation and with Infinity. So this is just one more to add to the mix. And I may end up keeping both, as I did with TradeStation and Infinity. I chart on TradeStation and I'll trade using the dome on Infinity. We'll see how much I like NinjaTrader and their setup and their charts. I do really love TradeStation because it just looks so nice and you can customize it however you want. So we will see how all of that turns out. But like I said, make sure that you are choosing the brokerage that is going to be the best fit for what you are looking to do. I'm Mindy Kniss. Thanks so much for watching.